What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel. And today we are playing some more Soulstone Survivors, checking out all the new content still, and today we're going to be checking out the second weapon for the Beastmaster here. It's called Nature's Fury. Lose some health, get some armor, extra damage reduction, and lose some cast frequency. But we strike enemies in front of you, dealing 300 damage and an extra 20% damage per summon unit you control. Now the reason that it has some kind of summon tie-in will be evident to you very soon. You can see we have like 2 curse on there. Honestly, hey, let's throw on Curse 3, and we'll go and hop in, make it a little tougher. So we have here our special weapon, which is Swamp Boar. Summon 2 Swamp Boars to fight for you that apply Rot when they attack. A maximum of 6 units can be active at any time. So I want to do a big Poison and Rot build. Pretty excited about that. I have on Synergetic here so we can loop in some more negative effects. Obviously the special weapon, and then Sure-Footed so we take less damage. Oh, look at him go. Tear it up, boys. I'm gonna go ahead to the corner here because you can farm faster in the corner, and we'll go ahead and start this run off pretty handily, I'm sure. I'm excited. I actually like the Beastmaster a lot, just with her base kit, so I'm excited to see how good this one can be in comparison. There's some abilities I'm thinking about getting here. I haven't ever used any of her unique skills, because I think I unlocked her unique skills on the last run I did with her, and then I never got to use them yet. So she has like War Moose and Wrath of the Tiger or something, a couple like that. So I'm thinking maybe I will go for those unique abilities and see how they fit in with this build, if they pop up at least. And then I think I might look for the Poison Totems, because obviously, like we said, right here, 20% damage per summon unit you control. So if we can get even more summons, which I think like a Poison Totem, a Cobra Totem I believe it's called, would tie into that really well. We have Cobra Totems, we have Swamp Boars, and then this is going to smack really hard. We get the area on it really fast, we make the cast frequency really good, and this should be pretty strong run. Now Rot is really good for clearing out these enemies, because look at this, it's going to stack up really fast, take them out, they take away their aggro onto the Swamp Boars, and then when they die, the Rot can spread to these smaller enemies, or just really any enemies. Let's go ahead here and get some stuff going. I will immediately go for armor, because why not? I'm not going to pass up a rare armor. Like I said, I know what I want, so I'm gonna roll a little bit and look for what I want. None of this has been what I want yet. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Just give me Chromatic Bolt for a minute, and let's get that poison going crazy. Let's get the armor up. Unlucky there. Unlucky there, hey. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes you just don't roll what you want, and that's okay. The best thing you can do is roll with the bunches. We're going to get these negative effects just stacking up, and by the end of this run, we'll be going pretty crazy with negative effects, I'm sure. It's good and bad to have summons early on, because they can take your XP and kind of spread it across the map, and then you got to run around for it. But at the same time, they take aggro for you, so, you know, you don't really have to worry about that as much. And they're also doing killing that you don't even have to necessarily be there for, so it's some good stuff. You just got to be a little careful with your summons, but they're helpful more than anything, I would say. Interesting. Again, more stuff that I don't necessarily want. I think Bladestorm is really, really good. To hit by... okay. I'd rather just do Bladestorm, I think. Multicast in total. Damage. Oh, here we go, Battle Moose. Summon 1 Battle Moose to fight for you. Oh, it's a summon. Well, let's get it. Come in, Mr. Moose. Oh, look at him go. I love it. Oh, now we're talking, baby. Okay, so I want to get all those unique skills. Are they all summons? I wasn't aware that this was like any bit of a summoning class. I wouldn't mind just getting all the summons of the unique skills and then maybe keeping Bladestorm, because Bladestorm is really, really good for crowd control, and then I can just keep my summons going crazy on these guys. Ooh, damage for summon. Let's go. For now, I'll just take Titan's Cleaver. It does scale with our armor power there, which, you know, we do want to have up on this character because we want to be a tanky. So I'm good with that. Hey Moose, can you come hit the boss? Yeah, hit his cheek holes. Let's go, baby. And the more summons I can get out there, the more damage I do with my new ability. I like it. We're not super strong yet, but we're getting there. Now we're talking. Multicast armor. Again, nothing I really want. Block power. XP all day, baby, and we'll get a little bit of Doom. Why not? You can't go wrong there. I want to get these synergetic. Oops, that was my fault completely. Not really using my dodges too much. I'm kind of just walking around at this point because the bosses are kind of targeting my summons, which is awesome. Go off, Battle Moose. You're a lifesaver. I love you. Look at that. It's just 3 moose. 3 moose? Just moose, right? Moose is the plural of moose. I think so. There you go. Okay. Frontal XP. Let's go, Battle Moose. Yo, I want to see Battle Moose just damage the sun and back. Oh, and Swamp Boars? Yep. I've been wanting to get a very successful summon build because I've never had a summon build that's been like super successful. So if this can be it, I'm down with that. I didn't know this character was going to be so summon focused, but I think that this second weapon really obviously enables that. So that's pretty cool. Which is interesting because the Necromancer's second ability, his second weapon I should say, that they just released is more of a Doom build as opposed to a summon build. It's not even a summon character with that second, you know, weapon he has. So they kind of changed these two out a little bit and like traded them. So that's pretty cool to see. Fire Shield did get buffed, so I'm going to go out of my way to give it a try with the new buff it has. I'd love to see that. Oh, here we go. Summon 2 more tigers to fight for you. Oh, okay. This is getting pretty crazy, and I'm in love with it. Let's get rid of Chronic Bolt. And there is one more unique ability we can get. If I get the chance to get it, I might go for it. So, I'm sorry. These don't have any... Okay, they don't leave any effects. The Swamp Boars can put Rot. These guys don't even have Bleed or anything, so that's kind of interesting. Now that being said, if I get a passive like this, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Then my guys can't apply Doom. So when they hit stuff, they can't apply Doom right now, as you'll see stacking up on my enemies every now and again. Yeah, and then I just have my little Bladestorm. I will trade out Bladestorm for the last summon, if I get the chance to, because I really want to try it out. Doom goes to Dazed. Poison. Swamp Boars, baby! Block power. And I'm not going to pup... Oh, that's right, we have Titan's Cleaver. I'd rather have Bladestorm than Titan's Cleaver. I'm going to go... Boop! Cast Frequency here. I'm just trying to smack this guy down, because why not? Maybe I should be trying to smack her down, but... Oop, that was stupid of me. I just, like, walked into that like a dum-dum. Yeah, I'm gonna try to smack her down because my summons are already beating her cheeks. So I might as well team up with them, and then we can kill her, and then worry about the other boss right after. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a laser attack? No. Oops, oops. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, Bestial Wrath. Okay, so it's not a summon. Empower your nearby allies only, increasing movement speed modifier by 40% and multicast by 70%. So it doesn't buff me, but it buffs my allies. Let's get rid of Titan's Cleaver, and let's do it up. Oh, the duration by 45% immediately. I think I'm gonna... 30%. I'm gonna do my... Oh... I'll do my tigers. Oh, I gotta go with this multicast, but that would be really good. And cast frequency of that. Let's go. Alright, so when is that gonna activate? Should be done a little bit. We're not gonna get to experiment with these bosses, but next time bosses come around, I think we're gonna get to experience that. I'm really excited to see how crazy it gets. See, this is what a summon build in this game needs. This is perfect. Oh, look at it go, baby. Oh, I am excited to see where this build can take off to. I'm very excited. Okay, Bestial Wrath, our new buff, is going to proc right now. And once it does... Are they just going crazy? Oh yeah, they're just like... They just go kind of nuts, don't they? They go buck wild. I love it. Alright, I'm happy. Yeah, Bladestorm is really good for killing the Sploders if they get up to me. It's just good area damage. And helps me to where I can actually kind of still kill stuff along with my regular strike. On my own, without having to completely rely on my summons. So I like that. So that's kind of the other reason I kept that. If I got like a Cobra Totem, I don't even think I would consider swapping out for this. I think I need Bladestorm to really have any kind of hold of my own. So I'm very much fine with the build that we have right now, and I think I'd like to stick it through the rest of this. Let's keep getting as tanky as I can. Ooh, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Back ribs. And I want them back. Alright. Now I just need the ability to hop on top of one of these mooses and ride around. If I could do that, we would become the ultimate Beastmaster. Yeah, it's kind of funny how they kind of locked all these behind the unique skills, which on one hand does make complete sense because you want these to be unique skills, but you kind of don't get the impression that this is a summoner class when you first play them. At least I didn't, because you didn't really have much reason to go and get a bunch of summons, you know, abilities, and you didn't really have a bunch of summon abilities even to go the first time you play this character. So you kind of have to play this character and get them really high prestige level to unlock a bunch of summon abilities just to do a run like this. So you don't even notice that this is actually probably the best summon class in the entire game, but you don't know that until you get a bunch of stuff unlocked. So that's very interesting, and even this second weapon really helps make them a 10 times better summon class than they are with their first weapon. Which just goes and loops into what I've been saying in the past few videos as I've tried out these new second weapons on these characters, that the devs do very, very well in making these second weapons help the characters feel completely unique and different than even themselves. Like, you could have branded this as a different character, and I would have been like, yeah, this is a different character, because the way that this run is shaking out from the last Beastmaster run I did, which I did a complete, like, poison and rot build, and I used this first ability, obviously, is just so different. Do I have this at all yet? I don't think I do. Health, yes, please. I'll take a little bit of movement speed, actually. Hey, I'm pretty slow. It's kind of hard to feel how slow you are when you're not the one controlling the run, but I actually am pretty slow, and I only have 2 dodges opposed to some characters that might have, like, 4 by this stage in the game, so I want to be a little careful, especially as we go on here, and I don't know if I'm going to do any kind of overlord mode or anything, but if I do, then I definitely need to be faster. Let's get on this guy and take him out. We only have 1 swamp boar beating him up, honestly. Oh, here comes the rest of my dudes. Woo! Careful there. Pretty good, we avoided a lot of that. Oh, there's some tigers. Oh yeah, he's getting his cheeks beat now. There's 2 things you want beat in life: your cheeks and your meat. So, that's I mean, that's just my tip of the day. That's the Roger certified tip. And if you don't agree with it, that's fine. You probably just need to get your meat beat a little bit and you'd be a little happier. That's fine, that's fine. Everybody's got their preferences in life. You're just not a meat beater. There's other things you could beat, but they might land you in jail, so you don't want to do that either, I'll be honest with you. Probably just don't beat anything. But, as we said before, the aforementioned Schmeat beating is acceptable. Cast Frequency of Bestial, yeah, the more we can get Bestial to proc, just the better our summons are in general. Do potency. I want it to just be stronger, and then we'll work on the cast frequency of it after that. Which, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably a little backwards. You should do it the other way first. We should just get the ability up as close to 100% uptime as we can, and then make it stronger. But it'll be fine either way. I'm fine with it this way. I think our dudes are spawning, or stacking some pretty good amounts of negative effects on our enemies, and I hope to loop some more negative effects into our summons as we go here. But I think we're also hitting pretty hard on enemies with our regular ability, just our smash, because of how many summons we have active at once. It's a lot to keep track of on the screen, and these enemies are just getting dazed like crazy, and they're just like falling asleep. I gotta say, man, I'm not even getting targeted. I can just sit here and be like, yep, another day at the office. Because they're just not targeting me. Every now and again, an ability comes down, I gotta dodge it. And I don't think I have as much damage as I do in some other runs, you know, I'm not killing bosses as fast. But I don't necessarily need to. You know, they buffed Fire Shield, and I still don't think it's that strong, and I guess we'll see what the damage output looks like at the end of this run. But my thing with damage, or with Fire Shield, is I think it should be on your summons as well. I think your summons should get their own Fire Shield. If you don't know, there is one summon in the game that actually does get Fire Shield, and that is the Hounds on the Houndmaster. If you're playing Houndmaster, Sorry, I'm trying to get to this fire boy. There's too many effects in the way. Now I can get to him. If you're playing Houndmaster, your hounds actually do get a fire shield around them. But any other summon in the game, as for what I've noticed at least, they don't get any. They don't get fire shield at all. Which I think is really odd. They made that choice to only have that one specific summon have fire shield. There's another totem. We could go that, but I'm not going to. Ooh, that's great. And I think that's just a really weird choice. And I don't even know if it's meant to be like that or if they coded it that way on purpose. But I'm pretty sure even my boars, which is like my original summon, doesn't have fire shield. So I don't really know what the deal with it is, honestly. It's very odd when I think about it. I can smack this guy up. He should die pretty fast. I think he might have less armor than the other boss. I've been starting to notice this lately. I think some bosses might have less armor than others. And I think Alexi is one of the ones that doesn't have like low armor, but maybe not as much as the first guy we killed, but he's honestly taken a while to kill too. But there is that. We will go ahead and 11:16. Okay, we got all the portals good. I was like, oh, pretty fast. I'm gonna take a sip of water here. You can go ahead and leave in the comments your vote for which portal you want me to go through. All right, you should have got your votes in by now. Let me go ahead and tally those up. Interesting. So there's 60,000 votes for the Overlord. There's 59,000 votes for the Endless Cycle, and there's one vote from a guy named Jeffrey to telling me to go fuck myself. I don't know what I did to you, but I apologize. Kind of rude, honestly, but okay, that's how you really feel. Let's get down to the corner here. Let's start getting our summons up. I think our summons go crazy with how much they attack. Oh my god, look at them! Especially when Bestial Wrath is on, like, oh, this is good. I wanted to go Overlord because I wanted to see how a summon build, where summon builds usually fail me, is when there's too many bosses on screen. Now, when there was 2 bosses on screen, we did pretty good still. When there's 3 bosses on screen, I don't know. That might be too many bosses. Maybe the aggro won't go on to the summons. Maybe it'll go on to me. But this is more summons than I have ever had before, and stronger summons than I've ever had before. So we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna see how is it with 3 bosses here. Can we actually take that, you know, stand and fight them off, and you know, prevail? I don't know if I'll go down any more than just the first cycle of the Overlord mode here, but at the very least, I want to check this out and see how strong we actually are against these dudes. Oh, get that battle moose damage modifier. I need my moose to be strong, boys. I love to see it. What is our top level here? It's actually on Bestial Wrath, which is a great ability to buff. And a buff is a great thing to make stronger because it just makes your boys stronger, right? You'd love to see that. I wish the buff applied to us too, but that's okay. You can't get it all. You can't get all you want. Our moose are beating these guys up pretty good. Again, it's taken a little longer than I might expect. I think the swamp boars and the tigers are more so made to do damage, and the moose are made to be really tanky. At least I feel like that's kind of what they went out of their way to do. But the moose, when they stack up, can still do a lot of damage on their own. Give me a little movement speed. I'll take some health. Health for my boars, I love it. Armor power and cast frequency. Nice. Let's see if we can bomb this guy down. Like I said, 3 bosses here. So far, it's looking like it's going to be a little shakier. Not the worst in the world yet, but it could get there, especially when an attack like that comes out. This is something that I've said from other summon runs where I'm like, I think what summons need is the ability to tell them what to target. I think too often, I got stuck on a tree there, which is a classic, they just don't target what you need them to. And if I could say, okay, everybody target Chaosbringer right now, you know, target Chaosbringer and help me out. That's such a stupid ability, I'm sorry, it really is. You just can't dodge it sometimes. That's probably my least favorite ability in the game, followed up by the Incarnation of Fire's Flamethrower attack, because that attack is also just really silly. The poison. Yeah, I see what I mean? This is kind of the point you get to where you can't even really, like, get in there as much as you'd like. And it's like, sure, screw you. Can you get the fuck off me? Yeah, get out of here. Your summons are taking the aggro, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're safe from the attacks. Because like you saw before, little fucking Jiminy Cricket down here can just launch some BS, and oops. It's actually more likely to hit you because it was targeting your summons who were just strewn across the map, and it does completely random patterns, and that can get you screwed over even more than if it was targeting you. So it's like, sometimes there's just no-win situations, you know? Is there a boss down here? No, they're all up in there. I'm trying to get a good angle to actually fight them, but easier said than done, I have to say. That's huge. Alright. I gotta just see if I can stick in here a little bit. It's very much so not easy. But that wasn't too bad. I gotta be careful of that. Again, the most fun ability in the game. You'll love to see it. Oh my god. Look how much is summoning. It looks like there's freaking... Fuck off. Looks like there's chaos totems with how much shit is on the ground there. Yep. And see, so now we're in the point where... Ooh, that's good. Bosses are going to start stacking on each other, and you think it's hell to fight 3 bosses with summons. So then when 6 stack up, you're really screwed, aren't you? And this, I will say it's a little better now. They did change the game a little bit to where boss abilities actually have cooldowns, so they can't keep spamming the same boss ability over and over and over and over and over. So that's helping a little bit, but even still, this is quite the pain, I will say. I'm trying to just kill Alexi. My damage is not very big in the slightest, I will say, like my personal damage, which is fine. I didn't think it would be, and I wanted most of my damage to be coming out of my boys. But even look, like they're just not having the most luck in the world here. There's 100 stacks of doom on the fire boy. Hopefully those can proc. Ooh. Cool. Yeah, the more boards I can have, the better. I just need them to frag out. I needed them to kind of tear it up in there to a point that they're just not really able to do right now. Yeah, if you want to focus me, honestly, I'm kind of fine with it. But yeah, if you just want to turn around and not look at me, and then let me smack you in the cheek holes, that's also good for me. That's a straight ability coming at me. I gotta be careful of that. That is 2. I don't know what it is. It's the firebomb from the fire boss. Sure. I just need damage, I think. Cast frequency of Bestial Wrath is awesome. Yeah, I mean... Get ready, we're spawning the next bosses here in a couple seconds. And we're kind of in the position that I'm telling you, where it's just like, okay, now what? What do you do? Because to a very large degree, there's kind of nothing you can do. You just kind of fucked. At the very least, I would love to stick this guy down, but look at the health. Like, he still has a lot of health. And now what? Because how am I ever going to stand on top of him again? Because now he's in the middle of all the bosses. You know what I mean? That's a lot of boars. And some dead boars. How much damage are the boars taking? A decent amount. That's kind of scary. There's not too much I can do about it, you know? So this is the problem, in my opinion, with summon builds. And I think there's like a rune, there's supposed to be a rune apparently that can actually help and buff your damage, your summon damage, but I've yet to unlock it. I should look up how to unlock it, I guess. Because just like, oof. This is every summon build that I do. I'm just like, I can't do anything. I'm just trying to let my Blade Storm and then obviously my regular attack hit these guys as much as I can. Because we do have some abilities that, well, all of our abilities stack like Doom and Poison and stuff. So I'm kind of just trying to let those speak for themselves and throw in those negative status effects. And hopefully, after a while, it'll be enough. But you see how much extra damage I could probably do if my guys all had a Fire Shield? Especially after Fire Shield just got buffed. Because they could go in, they could just keep proccing burning on them and the explosion from the Fire Shield and all this, and it's like... Fire Shield loses so much effectiveness and just usability when it's just locked to you. I think that's a bit of an oversight. Because I think summon builds need really anything they can get to make them viable. And this is just one thing. It's just one more thing that holds them back, you know? I think the Chaos Bringer is really low. So I'm trying to... Oh, did he just die? Yeah, he died. Cool. There's another crystal down here that I killed too. Can I actually have that? Ah! Cool. There's a lot of XP on the map. It's just about getting it, you know? That's great. I'm fine to work on my own damage a little bit here. I say as I pick 17 different upgrades for Bestial Wrath. I still think it's a great ability. I don't regret buffing it in the slightest. And in fact, if I can get it even stronger, then maybe we can get to a point where our boys are strong enough to actually just tear it up in there. You know what I mean? I'm also just woo, getting as much poison based off any attack as I can, which just means our boys can keep stacking poison, and my Blade Storm can just keep stacking poison, our regular attack, you know, everything. Trying to get a little bit of tick damage out of this because that's an area where we're not really killing it so far. There's a laser attack out of him. Armor power. Poison goes to Doom. Perfect, so we can get more Doom out of it. I would love to see more passives like that can actually loop. That's kind of why I put on Synergetic, and honestly, I can't believe I have Synergetic on and it's still not even giving me that many Synergetic type passives. Didn't really think about that till right now, and I'm like, wow, I have Synergetic on and they've barely given me those. It's kind of insane. It really is. But all those negative effects should start to help out a little more. Gotta be careful here. Yep. There was another Synergetic one there that I really did want, but couldn't go it. That was good dodges there to get us out of trouble. I'm gonna go around these guys, see if I can get in there. Ooh, yes, the Boar army has just spawned. Now we hope. There goes the Tiger army. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now you just hope that they're actually gonna... Nope, I'm gonna get stuck in architecture. Luckily he couldn't quite catch us. The Boars are tearing this guy up, huh? Shield bash attack. Ooh, Saw Blade, which I dodged out of, but it kind of stopped at its max range anyways, so... Double whammy and safety, isn't it? Let's do a little level here really quick. I might as well, I feel like, as much as I have it. Is it a flamethrower attack, a laser attack? I'm not quite sure. Go, Boars, go. You are my boys. I need you to brag. Let's see, what kind of angle can I get on these bosses? Maybe from the top here? Yeah, not too bad on the little top angle. At least I'm hitting this Guardian. I mean, this is definitely better than some other summon runs I've had. And the thing is, there's so many summons, and they're actually staying alive, that I have been able to actually, like, hit the bosses. That's another big thing I run into, especially like the Necromancer. Ooh, that was a perfect spawn of those. They're gonna go crazy right now. The Necromancer runs where my dudes just, like, die, and then they don't distract for long enough, so even if I have good direct damage, I just can't use it, because I can't stand on top of the bosses long enough to actually get my damage off, you know? So that's a big problem that I run into a lot on these summon builds. So this is still the best summon character, in my opinion, and the best summon build that I've ever had, but that doesn't make it good. You know, when you have a summon build and you're doing the first little loop before you go to, like, through any other portals, you sit there and you think, man, this is really good. Like, I can't wait to see how much stronger this can get. And I think I probably said the same thing even in this episode, even though I've been in that position before. And it always just disappoints me as I get farther in, because then I go, man, this is it? Like, this is as strong as it can get? It's just kind of disappointing. Go, Boars, go. He blading. He blading. And it's unfortunate, but it is just what happens, you know? Okay, he's separated from the other bosses. I would love to just smack him down really quick. Oh, hell yeah, more battle moves. See, look at that. I mean, that damage is crazy what's stacking up on him right now. And now I just summoned so much more on him. Can I check this really quick? Who is he? That's the Fallen King, right? I just want to see... He is dying pretty quick, but compared to how fast I know he could be dying, I'm just like, seriously? Really? What's up, big boy? I won't be you. Why not? Everyone else is fighting. Oh, never mind. My boys are here. My boys are here. These boss crystals I have not picked up for like a decade. They've just been sitting there, so I might as well just grab those really quick. Hey, the more tigers I can get on this guy, the better. I think the tigers are pretty strong. We're level 8, I mean. I would love some more nature upgrades. You know, passive that just applies to all of nature. Like, if I got a legendary damage upgrade for nature right now, it would be huge. But also, I'm not getting that. I think that's kind of the problem. Alright, under 1 million health on, I think it's the Guardian right now. So if I could stick him down, that'd be cool. I think the area modifier is really good on our attacks, like my specific attacks, which is nice. So I can actually reach into these bosses without getting as crazy close as I might have to. And in fact, our Blade Storm is covering the entire screen, so that's really nice to make sure that it's actually like hitting these guys quite a bit. I'm glad I'm not on any higher curse intensity, because if I was on like 4 or something and doing this, I would have been very, very annoyed. Very annoyed. Like, this is annoying, but it could be much worse. Let's just put it that way. Alright, more. I think one boss finally just died, and now they just instantly more. So, like, that's fun. Man, I need some food after this one. This is making my tummy sad. It's taking all my energy to not throw myself out a window right now, so I have to refuel after this one. But I've had fun checking out all these new weapons for the past few hours. I've recorded the past, like, this is the fourth one I've recorded in a row, which I don't regret. These are really cool changes to the characters, and while I definitely have obviously voiced my opinions on the problems with summon characters just in general, I still do think that this second weapon is awesome, and I'm excited to use it again in the future and just see to what level I can really take it to. Nature for multicast, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, I would have rather have that been damage for nature, but it's okay. Like, see how little damage I do? Until my summons get here, in which case, and even they just like don't do damage, I feel like. Which is crazy, because man, I put a lot of levels into them, especially like the boars, and I feel like even they're just not that much. That's the shit where I'm just like, man, what do you do? Because that's the question I always get to in a summon build. I always get to the point in a summon build where I say, what am I doing wrong? Because I feel like I have to be doing something wrong for it to get to the same point every time. But at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm getting to the same point every time where I'm asking the question of what am I doing wrong? I don't think it's me anymore. Because I've tried so many different ways to make summon builds work, and they just don't. So if I've tried so many different ways to make them work and they just never work, it's just they're weak. You know, I've come to that conclusion pretty solidly at this point. But I would really, really love to see them get some love and get some buffs. Lord knows they need them. It's just a matter of if we'll get them. But yeah, I'd love to see that. Yes, please. I just need my strikes to actually do some damage. It would be really cool. I thought they would do so much damage because they have a, you know, 1020 plus 20% for every single summon active. So they have at least like a 400% extra damage multiplier, but then they're still doing like no damage. So I'm just sitting here like, what? Maybe that needs a little buff to it too. Maybe that needs like a 30%, not 20%. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Sometimes things launch underpowered, you know, it happens. This could be one of those cases. Saw that flamethrower attack coming out. I wanted to get below it. See if I can just get some smacks on these guys. And obviously I'm just trying to hit them with the Blade Storm too, because the Blade Storm is just going to put a bunch of negative effects on them, namely poison, to just tick them down over time. If the boars are chasing this guy, then I'm going to chase this guy. think maybe we can kill him. He's the third boss in the rotation up there. You can see the Fallen King. So know that this is the guy that me and all my summons are hitting right now. And he's still only losing health that fast. You know what I mean? Isn't that insane? Minus 6 million. is what he's taken in this damage streak. Building up towards 7. And it's like, what? Now we got some more moose on him. I don't know. I'm just sitting here like, man, see, like, I'm getting the chance to sit on him with like half the summons that I even have available right now. And he's just laughing it off. He's literally just laughing it off. So that's when I get to the point where I'm like, what do you want me to do? Because I feel like I'm doing everything I really can, to be honest. I don't know. Just seems like some fundamental weaknesses in summoner kits. But yeah, that's something I'd love to see addressed in the future, because I think summoners could be really cool and really fun and super strong. They don't even need to be super strong, they just need to be better than this, you feel me? Like, not everything needs to be like, whoa, this is fucking busted and I nutted 16 times because of this run. No. Like, I'm chill if I just nut once off a run. But there needs to be some kind of nut factor. And these summon runs, there's no nut factor, you know? Oh, this is my new scale for judging things, by the way, the nut factor. There's no way I get in and get that boss crystal, which means there's no way I get all that XP that's in there dragged to me. Which sucks. Okay, so swamp boards are even tankier, which means they can stay in there even longer. The stuff you gotta look out for. Alright, swamp boars. There's like a million of you now. Go ahead, tigers. Go ahead, moose. Oh, there we go, baby. Alright, I'm trying to hit them from the top here. I have a bunch of swamp boars I just spawned, so they're gonna get in there. Let's take 80 damage from a load of shit. Love to see it. You're gonna flamethrower attack. I'm gonna dash through this, I think. Here we go. Just kinda want to get below them. There's a few bosses that are really close to death. One of which I think is Chaos Boy right here. So I'm trying to stick him down a little bit. Just a little bit. I actually got that boss crystal. I saw a little N to actually get it, so I went ahead and grabbed it. It's stuck on an enemy. Okay. Some bosses are dying, but more are just immediately spawning. Damage modifier for summons. Thank you, fucking thank you. Please tell me that's enough to make any kind of a difference in the world. Alright, I can't get in there, so we'll have to leave that boss crystal for now. I'm kind of just trying to smack down Ice Boy here if I can. A little bit. A little bit. Can I get that now? Bloop. Ah, sure. Man. Sure. Yeah. Go, Moose. Go. Man, I hate spider enemies. They just leave you with this slowing webs. It's just the worst. Anyways. Hope you guys are having a nice day. And if you're not, then don't do a summon run. Because that's not going to make it better. Just a little tip for you there. But getting close to New Year's. Pretty excited. I don't know what I'm going to do New Year's night. I might just chill alone. Sometimes I don't really care about New Year's. Sometimes I do something with friends or whatever. But, yeah, we'll see. I think I could go out. But I don't know if I really want to. It's not like the leading time of death per year, like in car accidents, New Year's night. Because everyone's just fucking smashed and going everywhere. Pretty sure that's true. So that doesn't really make me want to be like, man, let's go out. Oh, I don't know. I have one thing that's gonna like push me through these next 6 months, because in June I'm going to my favorite band's concert, and I snapped those tickets up real quick. I told my buddy, I was like, oh wait, you want to come with me? He was like, fuck yeah. So that's gonna be good, but it's all the way in June, like June 3rd or some shit. So I have, like I said, like 6 months to wait. But if that's good, you know, and bad. The bad is obviously waiting so long. But the good is you have something to look forward to, which can really keep you like on a good track and focused and just wanting to get stuff done. I don't know which incarnation of fire is the low one. I'm gonna kind of hope it's this one and then just try to beat him up. Which I know that's an incarnation of ice and fire. Duh. Oh my god. Well, whatever. These guys are kind of grouped up, so I'm assuming my summons are hitting them both at once a little bit. Yeah, just poison them. Just poison everyone, please. See, my dashes suck, too. I've noticed this on some characters where the dashes are just, like, slower and shittier. Even despite what runes I have on, because I know I don't have on the dash rune right now that makes your dashes better. But even despite the dash rune, it's just, like, sometimes your dashes just are slow on a character, I feel like. And other times they're just, like, god tier. This is one thing I've noticed. And this run, they felt so sluggish and just terrible. Okay, that Ice Boy is going to die very soon. If I can make that happen faster, I would love that. And this is why we're only doing one cycle, because holy hell. I feel like someone put me in a saw trap, and the only way out was to beat cycle 1 of this shit. Thank you very much. Not like I really need materials. I mean, I had to spend a lot of materials earlier to unlock all the second weapons, but at the same time, I'm still fucking loaded. That's the one nice thing about getting ahead now. Okay. When the game is so early on here, every time something comes out, you already have enough materials to just go ahead and go crazy on it. So it's like, that works for me. Yeah, I don't know. I could have got another direct damage attack for myself. Or I could have traded out Bladestorm maybe, but Bladestorm is so good for killing off enemies that are just running towards me in the riffraff. So I'm glad I had it. Like, I don't regret that at all. Obviously, I'm trying to kill Fireboy here, just spawning as much shit on his ass cheeks as I can, and then standing in between them and hitting them both with my Bladestorm to smack as much poison as I can. You can see that the Incarnation of Fire guy has 2,000 stacks of poison on him right now. Soon to be 3,000, I'm sure. That's because of me and my boys just hitting the fuck out of him. Because the only thing I want to do right now is just kill him. I just want him to die. Man, is the poison weak or something? Like, I had really good poison runs, but man. I feel like the poison is bad right now, because I have that many stacks and he's just, like, walking through it. That seems kind of goofy to me. Alright. Just you and me, sister. You're about to get hit by so many summons. Never mind, they're going to attack other people. You're going to get hit by so many of me, which is one, it's just me. But, like, be threatened, because you should be, because you suck. I'm just trying to stick in here best I can, even with all the attacks coming out at us, to just take her down. But you can see, look how many summons we have on her now. And look how long she's still living. There's that many summons and she's still living this long? I don't know, man. It just seems a little crazy to me. Oh, God. Go touch grass. You're such a loser. Go away. Okay. Jeez. She's level 60? Alright, pretty regular unlock there. Look, I very much like the second weapon, and I think that was really cool. And I think all the unique skills here are really cool. But I just think summon builds are too weak, and I'm not going to build into them for a while until they're buffed, because they're just lackluster. And especially if you want to do in-game content, like I want to keep doing my curse levels here soon, but I don't want to waste my time with a build like this on a curse level because it's just so bad. Let's check this out. Wild Strike, this, 152 mil, 78 mil, 41 mil, 56 mil. Our Swamp Boars did the most, probably because they're the ones applying Rot. And the other two were just, like, there. Even Bladestorm did 100 million. Like, I would have been better off just keeping Chromatic Bolt and Titan's Cleaver. You see what I mean? It's a little sad. I would love to see some more love thrown the way of the Beastmaster and actually get her, leveled up and in better shape. Same thing with the Necromancer and his regular skill here, and the Houndmaster a little bit too, because I think summon builds have the capabilities and the potential to be super strong, but they're just not in that state right now. But all that being said, if you did enjoy this video, you want to leave me a like, comment, subscribe, or especially hit that notification bell because I do these daily videos every single day. So if you want some Soulstone Survivor content brought to you by Roger straight to your inbox, then hey, go ahead and click that notification bell. But that is it for me as always, so have a great day.